yeah, trying to get this damn camera phone focus. What's up, folks? It's all about productions. Bringing you now a presentation about laws, oaths, and a lot of topics I speak on, and what I stand on as a black man in America and my convictions. I'll speak to you brothers real quick. As a black man, what do you think? As a black man, man to man, what do you think we progressing, or we just going down a ladder of destruction? I want to get y'all feedback on this. The women, women. You think black man has gave up? Um, you think black man is just can't get it together? This is why some of these sisters use this swirling objective and ideology to move on to greener pastures to speak, because black man is not being the man he used to be. I'm gonna get y'all feedback. I hear it's a lot of war that's going on the internet. It's a lot of trolls. It's mad at popular YouTubers. It's a lot of men going back and forth like they females, engaging in activity that a real man wouldn't even ascertain the thought to even engage in. But it's an endless amount of males going back and forth and don't know how to disagree or agree with people's comments. And that shows me lack of debating skills, lack of anything. I mean, it's just that shows me a poor outlook on the so-called Negro sector of YouTube. I'm just kicking it to you. I'm kicking it with y'all. I'm kicking it to the YouTubers. I'm kicking it with y'all. I'm kicking the Bobo to speak. Okay? You think all we are, you think this is it? All black YouTubers are just about posting guns up, posting violence due to the world star hip hop and Instagram and Facebook. So you think that's it? That's what it's all about? Ladies showing their figures in the little public toilet, or they wherever they reside at, and men showing a activity up, or exploiting a woman, doing all kinds of obscene stuff to gain views. I want to get y'all feedback, black community. You think you think we have fallen? Where have you think we are progressing? You think the Black Lives Matter movement is doing anything for the black collective, or is destroying the black collective? I want to get your feedback. I'm not trying to save the black race. I'm not trying to be the dictator of the black race. The black race is just the black race. I'm just one man of many, one brother amongst a whole bunch of black folks. My thing is this: once you study your history, your family tree, your culture, where did you come from, and our true ideology, then you start picking the pieces away of how you supposed to live as a black male and a black female. I think we got hit with a culture shock. I think some of us are still suffering over the curse of slavery. I think some of us are trying to emulate or bask in other people's culture, and trying to forget about our culture, and trying to be like someone else. That's your sellouts, that's your coons, that's your buffers, king shines, WBs, moonwalking on the minstrel stage. That is the people that is perpetuating that activity to speak. And you know, some people feel, I hate to say it, but some people feel content. They feel very content in living that way. So long as they getting the almighty dollar, you can't tell them nothing. They tell you go take, take your shit, excuse me, and your pro-blackism and go on back to Africa. I ain't lose nothing to Africa. You got a lot of black folks like that. They don't even talk about Africa. They don't even speak on the native tongue. They don't even speak on the African garb people wear. They don't even speak on the people. And we have in America a taboo. You got a lot of Africans coming over here that despise us. They don't like us. They say we lazy. So some Jamaicans like that. They stereotype us. Say we ain't about nothing. We pose to we in the land of milk and honey. Why do we still dwell in dungery and debauchery and squalor? What is wrong with us? We weak. See, we have those stereotypes still today, and it's 2016. But if the African brother really took the time out to see his kingdomship back in the day got weak by the interloper, and they got hoodwinked and buffooned, and they sold them the blonde and blue eyed women, and they traded and stuff, but they was being bribed. Then they sold us into slavery, our own kingdomhood. You know, I had a couple brothers try to, in the past come to me with that BS, and I had to set them straight. Say, ho, brother. We just didn't just drop out the sky and drop on America. Your people from your tribal kingdoms screwed up, and this is why we are here. This is why we have some handicaps still, because some of us never ever, it's amazing. It's 2016. The books is out here, the libraries, the knowledge is out here. We ain't getting hung to the highest tree no more. We ain't getting tarred and feathered no more. But we still suffer over some mental slavery. And it's due to reasons that some stuff shouldn't have been reconstructed, reinvented, and retaught. And this is the most important part. Economically, spiritually, physically, and mentally. We must reconstruct. We must deconstruct the stuff that's destroying us, and we must reconstruct the Most High's laws and statutes at the dinner table of life and get our economic family structure, our intermediate families back strong again. And we must have that man in the house and the woman. This is why our youth is going on a downward spiral to nothing. I want to get your feedback on this. Now, you can try to throw an umbrella or throw a sheet over your face or try to hide in the cracks and crevices of life and sweep it under the rug, but it's going to keep escalating. That shooting did not surprise me. When I was a brother who done those acts, that didn't surprise me in Kansas. That's going to happen more until the justice system start changing some of these laws when it comes to black men in the court systems. That's going to keep happening. As long as these men ain't getting qualified housing, and these men that they done their time, they done their bid, now they want to come to regular civilian life, and they not being rehabilitated the right way, this is going to keep happening. If these sisters keep on embracing this ratchet behavior and thinking they behind pots and loud mouth smacking gum and being dysfunctional and not raising their kids, being immature, not being grown up, all I'm good for is giving it up, getting me a hustler, and y'all embrace a thug and a killer, and y'all perpetuate the same cycle of death. This stuff we talk about freedom, it's not gonna happen for the black race. Now, you brothers, you have a misconception, you have a fork in the road to speak ideology when it comes to mathematics or the vocabulary in terms of putting all black women under the bus. Y'all need to stop that, man. It's some of them, it's not all. And for y'all to get up on here on social media and say black sisters is destroying the black man, that shows you the ignorance of some men's ideology. The men play an important role in that, and the women. Some of y'all encourage the twerking. Some of y'all encourage the Instagram. And some of y'all encourage the Facebook. Some of y'all encourage the stripper pose. Y'all encourage prostitution. So don't get up on here and try to play Saint or Pope John. And y'all know y'all living in sin. Hypocrites. Watch them. The same ones who talk about it day in and day out to do 100 videos and all this, they're the same ones at your district, red light district, still getting a $20 2-minute or 5 or 10-second blowjob and getting on social media talking bullshit. Excuse me for that, but it's real life. People, you can't believe certain things people spew over this network, because some of these people just trying to get views. You have those jokers too. They just say outlandish stuff, stuff that's off the cuff, because they view betas. I done done it before, I'm gonna be honest, and it works. But all you is, when people find you out, they're like, oh, this dude's full of bull. He's just a prankster. He's not real. He's not for the cause. He's just out here pimping a channel, and that's it. I need some feedback. Where all I'm doing is kicking it with y'all. I wonder what is our state of affairs as black people. Donald Trump. Y'all expect Donald Trump to save the black race as Jesus, the white Jesus, or something? Oh man, it's funny. We scream and holler about voting, politics, Democrats versus Republicans, Republicans versus Democrats. Don't you know whoever getting that Oval Office, whoever getting that seat is in the pecking order? Don't you know those people are already they know who already gonna get nominated or whatever. They know who's gonna be the president before they even be the president. It's already ordained by the secret society. See, the president is the commander in chief, but it's someone behind him that's commander in chiefs. They tell him what to say. They tell him what to do. They tell him about the foreign policy. They tell him about the warfare, the DOD, the earth, wind, and fire of the military. They go in a secret office and they talk about the Bilderberger Group, your major bankers, establishments, and your cabals, and your modern day Nephilim, fallen angels with men with ideologies that they then got from the ancient texts of Samaria, that they got up in some office somewhere and living by. Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you really think about it, it's only right. Where do you think they get this ancient technology from? Oh, you don't think banking, Rothschilds? You don't think the banking system? You don't think that's ancient technology? It is. It don't. It takes very smart men to regulate world finance. Okay, it's not a game. It's serious mathematicians, serious men of renown when it comes to the banking arena. And with worldwide finance come your underling. Your underling is your military, your protector, your security. That's your military. In order for a country to run house, they must have bankers. They must have a military to stomp other interlopers or people that infringe on American policy. Those who don't obey the red, white, and blue, we will kill you. Now let's get down to the brass knuckles of the situation. Yes, this is how they play the monopoly of life. You go against the grain, you get the pain, and that's how they play it. And you can defeat, you can dispute, you can try to debunk, you can try to deconstruct what all y'all talk about, blah blah blah. You know I'm telling the truth. ICES, this Zinka thing, chemical, biological, chemical warfare, scare tactics of terrorist groups been going on for years. Whenever you see that getting played on the media, it's something else behind that. They trying to get installed and implemented and stamped. They keep us in the fog. We sheep, we cattle, graze in the field. They throw that out there. Oh, we get all hysterical and retarded in the brain while in the background they doing other things we don't even know. Remember, I'm gonna tell you, social media is another facet. Sorry to say, folks, it's a GPS of of the American public, and this is what we gotta understand. We can sit around and don't think it is. It is. I don't want to pick up this music, so let me move. I don't know why they pulled right in front of the goddamn thing and stop playing that shit. But that's what it is. And we gotta realize that. I mean, if we come to terms with the things that's going on, we'll find out that we'll be better off if we find out the true and the only way that we supposed to live as black folks. You know, there's a lot of confusion going on because some of us are hard-headed. We want to rebel. We want to go out the circumference of things. We want to throw the Bible into the pit of Leviathan. We want to burn the pages of biblical proportion. We want to disobey. We want to sin. We want to smoke. We want to drink. We want to hoe. And this is why we still have problems. It's nothing new on the sun. Excuse me. The same devices Noah and them was going through, Pompeii, Noah's time. Everything that was going on is going on now. You know, and it's a shame. And that's what we had to contend with until we wake up. That's how it's gonna be. You know, that's what we got to see. We got to see that this life we live is very essential. It's very serious, the life we live. That's why I want to kick it to y'all today so I can get y'all feedback on certain things. A lot of things been plaguing my mind, if you will, about this dilemma. You know, we have the old guard up there, that's the old freedom fighters, and I think they done their just due. They need to step it on down and let these young Black Lives Matter and all these young activists that's that's vital and have youth take over. You know, it's time for the old guard to sit it on down. And this is what I see. I see a lot of selfish and stubborn people that need to pass the baton so this youth can carry on, you know. This is what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about each one teach one. We forgot about the old cliches. We forgot about the old slogans. We forgot about it. It's like justice or else. Where's the justice? Where's the or? And where's the else? That was just something to do, and I don't see no one wearing the t-shirts no more. I don't see no boycotts. I don't see nothing. It's just something. It's just like a gathering. It was like he was talking to right ears and it was going out the other, and that's all it was. Don't you see? If you boycott all the interlopers in your community, talk to the black community, all the people who is wax rich of your sorrows, the liquor stores, the mom and pop stores, the grocery stores, they're not giving back to your own immediate community. If you don't take your hard-earned monies to them establishments and starve them out, they will go belly up and go elsewhere, to interlope elsewhere. Then this is where we have to build our own infrastructure. We just can't sit there. They go, we need real estate brokers. We need people that can run businesses. We need people that know how to do the ins and outs of commerce, import and export trades. We need those people, we need these people in key positions so they can run it from the top to the bottom, to the bottom, to the top. In order to do this chronologically ordered, we must get people of stature and accolades and degrees and diplomas that is financially fit in these fields and they are competent to run these occupations. Until then, we're not going to be self-sufficient. We cannot keep crying at the table of white supremacy because white supremacy don't give a damn about you. You are just another Negro. So, like I said, I done talked about a lot. Gotta get it together, folks. If you want any justice, substantial equality, what have you, stop crying. It's just like the Nike commercial. Just do it. Until then, things will keep on going on that we don't want to go on in the black community. I need some feedback, black community. That's about it. All in one production.